Alright, what is up, everybody? I know you got that really cool, awesome sound effect just going in there, so I thought I'd throw that in. Anyways, how's everybody's Saturday going? So I was just watching Ethereum and starting to take a big dive. And I was like, whoa, like, what is going on here? I was like, this might be the perfect chance to try to get a good a trade in. If it's taking a big dive, especially if it's taking a big dive near to where it was flat, it was flatlining across, and then all of a sudden, it made that jump earlier, and it started going up, and it made the the high, the ultimate high. We've been watching it the last couple days. It did get to an ultimate high on the 2nd. So that would have been yesterday. Would have been today. Today's the 3rd, right? I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, today's the 3rd. So, I decided to try to make a trade, and my first one failed miserably. And I'll show you what happened. So since we're going to go ahead and start off talking about Ethereum, I'll show you what happened with the trade. So we'll go ahead and transition over here to what's going on. So that wasn't much of a transition now, was it? Slide going. How do we get the slide going? The fade back. Maybe we can get the fade back. I don't know. That wasn't much transition. Anyways, what happened was that Hitler removed this because I think is going to happen is whenever I started to see it falling, it was right around here, right? And I don't know why I got in way too early. Let me see. 2047. So I got in a little bit below here. 2047. I wanted to wait for it to get below this little spike down here, see if it would take out that liquidity, and then keep running with it. Now let me notches here. I know where I am. All right. So, and not even thinking, I wasn't even at equilibrium yet. So, knowing I'm not even near equilibrium, probably should have told me, hey, I shouldn't have jumped in at that point. At least wait until equilibrium. Even then, only if you jump into equilibrium is if there is some kind of breaker, or there's an order block, or there's some kind of good reasoning as to buy at 50%. It came all the way down. There is a 5-minute fair value gap right through here, and it's gonna go right to that. And sure enough, it did. And instead of me jumping in, or at least buying right at the bottom of the gap, or where I should have bought, I wasn't for sure it was going to keep going down or not. I'd second guessed myself. So instead I waited until it started going up, and then I bought right around 2012. I bought at the top of the gap. I bought at the top of the gap, and luckily enough, I got all the way up until about 2040. around 2040 is where I jumped out. I jumped out. I was like, okay, I made half my money back. Let me see what's going on. And then at that point, and of course, this is what I hate about Ethereum is it has that $4 spread. And so by the time it started moving up, I was waiting for it to try to see if it was going to move down, and it did. And it moved down, and I was like, okay, I'm going to wait to see if it moves down any further. I wanted to see if it was going to get to about the halfway point of here. And it didn't, and instead it started moving up, and as soon as it started moving up, that's when I bought. And the reason I'm gonna buy, yeah, for two reasons. If you look at the chart, if you look at the Ethereum chart, it has buy all over. I was surprised it fell. I mean, that fell all the way back that far in the first place. I don't really see much liquidity below here. Yeah, there is a little bit right here. That's the bad part. There is some equal lows. I do see that. So that is mainly the bad part. But we're already up enough ahead that I don't think it's going to try to come down and drop and get those lows. There is also two, well, I wouldn't say two, yeah, two kind of breakers right here. So you have a low, a high, a lower low. That would mean mitigation, actually. So you would have a mitigation right here all the way over. And then this is if it was to fall again. And I don't think it is. This is if it were to fall again, this is where I would be looking to buy again, right? Right on the head. And then same thing here. You have a low, you have a high, and then you have a lower low. So you have two mitigations, both right underneath each other. Here. But that didn't work out too well. Oh, come on. Come on. You right click button. I hate you. All right. So, if it were to fall back, I hope it doesn't. I should probably put a stop loss on it right now, but I don't have a stop loss on it. Because I do want to see if it does fall back where it falls to, and if it does have the back, which but right now I was just in the positive, now in the negative, but not too much, not very much at all. But a positive. Now the reason why I think this is a buy, one, we do, even though price has been primarily covering itself, right? So there is one fair value gap right here. One thing I'm worried about this fair value gap right here. But I gotta see the price action going up into this fair value gap, because that fair value gap right there can mean everything. It can mean whether it's gonna start falling backwards and then go back down to the areas that I don't want it to, or it can mean that it could go higher. Those are the two different things that fair value gap, well, in basically anything. But that's basically what the fair value gap would signify. So I'm waiting to see what would happen once it gets here. Now, The reason I think it is going to get above the fair value gap is because we have equal highs all over the place. We have these equal highs right here, right? So in case it does get above this, which I think it will once it gets right here, what do we got? People trying to sell. People trying to sell because there's a lot of equals. And then so if in case it does try to sell, more than likely smart money will buy through, right? And then same thing here. Look at this. Boom. Look at this. Boom. Two equal highs. So we have two equal highs right here, right? So of course, come up here, would probably make some kind of fake move downward and make people think it's going to start selling, and then boom, move up, get past it, and then do the same thing here. Come up here, act like it's going to sell, and then boom, move all the way up past it. I think I put in my my description is moving to 2100 or 2110. What I put in my 2110. I think that is more than likely going to be at 21. Change my description. If it does make it to 2130, I make my money back. That's for sure. Money back that I've lost. I've already made half of it back, so that's the good thing. So whenever I jumped back in and it rushed back up, right? It rushed back up almost immediately, and it got up pretty high, and I wanted to hold. I really did want to hold, but I was like, what happens if it falls, you know? So I let go of it, and like, you know what? At least I made half my money back. I was like, now I just gotta watch it, and right now, all I gotta do is analyze it and see what's gonna happen, see if it's gonna go up or not. And then I started looking at everything, and everything I saw was a buy. So if you are you're looking at this and you're looking at you know, MetaTrader or any kind of other trading platform, and you're looking at Ethereum you know, leverage trades, long is a risky move, definitely, no doubt, but I do believe it is the right move, primarily because smart money tells me so. Right, so whenever I say smart money tells me so, I mean everything I study in smart money tells me so. I think it's gonna have some issues going up and down quite a bit. Getting up there. Now I'm good in the green. And I think it could possibly, well, the thing is that, see, what I was looking for were these right here, right? The immediate rebalances, right? And as soon as I saw that immediate rebalance, that's when I should have bought, and I didn't. I waited until I got it a little bit up here by 2055, and I think this is $2 ahead, so it would price right now to 2058 at one, so yeah, price is about $3 ahead. I bought at 2055, that about 21, so I bought close to where I wanted to, but not exactly where I wanted to. And now what I'm trying to do is look this over here in the, if there's any kind of issue I should worry about. Of course, here we do have an order block, negative order block, I should say, but as long as price is but order blocks they'll bounce off of. I'm perfectly fine with that. What just happened, but order blocks are, they'll bounce off of, but as long as it's meant to go in the right direction, they'll turn around and they'll come back. Right here, this. Still in the blue. Red. Negative. 5 minutes. It is a 5 minute. And it's not even much of an order block because there are wicks. If this was solid, right? If this didn't go down, if this went straight from body to body, I would be way more concerned, because that's basically saying price, hey, we stopped here, we switched over here. This is where the institutions decided to say, nope, this is not where we're selling. To start buying right here, and to think the opposition, to make the opposition think that we're going to start buying, and of course sell after that. So, and they did that, and I would say in a success. But and what I'm watching for right now, this right here, not all of them, because I think right now it's covered most of what it was supposed to cover. Now, that one of the main reasons why I do think that everything is going to go well, you have, even though we have the tweezer bottoms, right? What people call the tweezer bottoms, right? When tweezer bottoms, that's always a good sign. You also have the bearish block, or not the bearish block. The bullish block is engulfing, just barely engulfing, the bodies of both of bearish blocks. So that being said, like I said, it comes up, you have a negative order block, boom, of course, like I said, it would come up, it would hit it, it would bounce back, and then usually after that, once it gets settled, it would start moving forward enough. It's doing that. I am quite happy, that it is moving the direction that I want it to go. If I can get I can just get it to 2030, not 2080. I can just get it to the top. If I can just get it to the top of the fair value gap, I will have at least made my money back. And I think I will. Question is do I dip out after that? I think I might, and then wait for it to trace a little bit, and then see if it's going to give another signal that it's going to go higher. The order block is definitely shooting through that. The I do a little thing. I'm gonna take myself off the screen here. That way we could take a look at what's going on with the actual price action itself. What I want to kind of do is I kind of want to do a side-by-side analysis with Bitcoin. I should wait and see here. Oh, okay. So it's coming back down, right? See this rebalancing. That previous candle came up right here, right? This one jumps up above it. Whenever this one starts, it comes back down, touches that area, rebalanced. Now we're going back up. We're not seeing it struggle as much as I thought it was going to. Cross fingers is definitely crossing my fingers on that one. I'll click that one up. Gotten right into the fair value gap. This is where I may have to, once it gets to the top, because it hasn't got inside the fair value gap yet. Wanting to push up. Come on, push up. Here we go. Trying to get to the fair value gap, where it's trying to get. Broke this high, right? So it broke it broke the liquidity here. That's why it's pulling back. Now it wants to get to this fair value gap. Oh, there we go. Right. Consequent encroachment. It's gonna fall back now. Not gonna lie, I closed it out. And I shouldn't have. See what I was thinking. Yep, I got way past consequent encroachment. Should have waited. It did get the consequent encroachment, and then as soon as it got the consequent encroachment, it kept going. Now the question is it going to see that this is where I'm going. Okay, this is where I'm going to struggle with. Did I make the right move? Look at this. I think I made the right move. Maybe not. Then again, like I said, all the liquidity is up here. All of this right here would be an order block. Let me see if it's made it halfway through that. Just has. Yeah, that's the only thing about Ethereum is I'm scared to jump back in now. Especially since it's in this fair value gap. Because this thing could turn around at any moment. But fair value gaps are known for. Even if it breaches the fair value gap, it could still turn around. Only thing I'm looking at is liquidity, and liquidity is right above that. Jumped that at 2074, which would have actually been 2076. I jumped out. Either that or there's a little bit of a delay between MetaTrader 4 and Trading View. Trading View is just a little bit behind. Sometimes something jumps up, jumps back really quick. I'm already a little bit too late. Wanting to go up. Okay, it has closed the gap. I'd do it. Not too much farther of a reach to get past that liquidity. I don't see anything on the left side that would be trading it. Oh, we have high here. If anything, you have maybe a little bit of a breaker here. And again, I think the liquidity up here is driving it. Here, liquidity here. Hello. Two areas of liquidity. Okay, it just came back, balanced. Go. That did leave fair value gap down here. They come back that for they come back with that. Maybe reaching for that fair value gap and another 1 minute. At a high, a low, higher high. Kind of had a little bit of a block right here. No, definitely no order block right there. Quick check. LT solid. It would have got. I would have seen this, another one of these, and it come back up. Then I would have got. Then right now, about halfway. Okay. That's what's causing bounce back. Notice the bounce back at the bottom of the fair value gap. Moving back. Down on the low, low. Came down in probably about halfway, and then no idea what. Got a little bit more than halfway. Personally think this is a trick right here. highs right here. Coming up to it. Trying to take a highs. And for distance. Like they're way. Where I see something like that, it looks like resistance. Down, gets it back. Mitigation acts as support. Guys, you don't need trend lines and all that kinds of other stuff and channels. You need to learn how to read candles. Get back to the 5-minute here. Right. Get of this candle. Right here, this is, I wouldn't even, this would definitely be your order block here. Back, mitigation. Luckily I found the mitigation. Probably could stumble here for a little bit. Main thing is there's liquidity resting right up here. People sitting here saying, look at this, it's about ready to go down. It's about ready to go down. As to where if you look at my indicators, look, I got green indicator. Here, this one just went from red to green. I got 2 green indicators, and I usually don't even, I don't like using these indicators, but whenever there is something going on, I do like to take a look at them every now and then. Saying, back to the order block. Playing games now. See, everybody's selling, everybody's selling, everybody's selling, everybody's selling. Now watch, it's probably gonna go through, pull back a little bit, make everybody think it's gonna sell. Pull back even a little bit more. Why not? Give more people a reason to think they're gonna sell. Gold, because that's gonna be the golden liquidity. Once it reaches past that, boom, there we go. Golden liquidity reached. Probably pull back a little bit before it goes up. Anybody that had some kind of buy stop sitting right there would have triggered it. Probably would have had a short stop loss. Pulls back, takes out that stop loss. There we go, rebalance. We're gonna go back up. No. Right. Next goal. Right here. Ugh. $95.56. Next goal. Well, there's a couple other goals, but the main one. You got this one here too. One thing I learned over the weekend is that whenever you have things like this, where you have multiple areas of what could be liquidity, it's going to be reaching for the highest. Down. Still in. Now it's hitting the top of the order block now. Right now it should be on another mitigation. Have a low, right, high, a lower low. Fortunately means all this candle is mitigated. Good read. Close here. I don't think it will. Gotten past that golden one. Make it a lighter gold. Both. Oh. I know. Little one. On the green side of indicators. Actually, this one just widened up. Meaning there could be more momentum about ready to swing its way. Do templates. I have one called short-term money, smart money. But Here's red we got. Seems like this is the area that area that wants to be difficult is a lot of price action right through. That's why I think trying to give us a little again hitting the bottom of the order block. Next target. Gonna act tough. It's gonna act tough for a little bit, I have a feeling. Gonna try to make people think that this area is where it wants to sell because of where it's at. Back in mitigation block territory. Reason I have an MA10 and MA20 because in institutional speed, the wider they go, what they called it, all of specific word. Basically, it intentionally meant that they were trying to add more and more. Down here to up here, pick up, but here it widened up. Widening. The issue now is we do have a order block on the positive side. Red candle here, push down. And tighten that up. I'm surprised it went that positive order block. got below. Look here. Stops. Fair value gap right there that it just touched. Hopefully that fair value gap is going to encroachment. Okay, encroachment, close the gap. Come on, come back out. Below for it. Back to another order block. For the liquidity. Oh, liquidity, I mean, damn, it is, but not a whole lot here. So close. In, off. Don't like about that. at what it just did. The engineered liquidity. Even though we're on the minute, we can barely wouldn't be able to see it from 20 minutes. Like what you would liquidity or could come. Other fair value gap up. This definitely demolished. But the value gap here. Afraid it was gonna try to drop. Here not. Engineered liquidity. Also doing it right at order block. I starting to go. Something really quick. This. Okay, it didn't get halfway through. Line at this line right here. Do that. Right there is what it not needs to cross. Magnet thing killing me. Working back up. It knows where their liquidity is. trying to psych some people out, I think, by bringing it down. Okay, so it entered. There you go. Entered the fair value gap. Probably gonna try to struggle to get through. Ugh, got to about consequent encroachment. Come on, get past halfway. Get past halfway, we're good. Always the halfway point. Get past the halfway point, we're gonna be okay. Come on, stop, drop. You're gonna drop to here. And even out. Balance. This is that's the good thing about through here. It is rebalanced. Did go through completely about the fair value gap. I'm looking at a 1 minute fair value gap. Come on. Just doing so good. See what it did. I see. Okay, we had a low, high, lower, low. Breaker there. Stopped and turned. below it, just above it, it stopped. Okay, all right, comes back up. Quarter of, I think this is the layer. Yep, top of the fair value gap from earlier. Remembering these, remembering them. I knew it's probably gonna struggle through here. That was different. Right, exited. Stayed in. It's been an hour that I've been watching this chart. Hope you guys are just as excited as I am to watch this chart. Heard any good jokes lately? No. All right, coming back up on the order block that's already been through. Didn't have any problems getting back through that order. Sometimes they get reclaimed though, but when they get reclaimed, they don't get reclaimed for days and days. All I see is liquidity above where I'm headed for. Look at this. Right above this high right here. Right at the 162. 2030. Get it to 2030. I think that's what I put earlier. Get it to 2030. We're gonna be doing good. Might take most of the night. I have to take a pee break and all that good stuff. I'm supposed to be playing Call of Duty right now. I haven't played it yet. Something does happen, I'll leave this up for you guys to watch. Good thing is, it is moving. I was checking my own trade, and I was at a fairly big loss earlier. I almost jumped out. I really did. Once it got down below the this red line here, I actually hit the red button and then I held it and then I pushed it away. That way I didn't jump out. So not out of the trade yet. And again, I'm not in the positive because I jumped in way up here. I jumped in way later than I should have. I jumped in whenever I thought it was going to start just running. Because I mean, it looked like it was going to run, didn't it? It was. Man, I was in it this entire way. Then I jumped out as soon as it hits this yellow line. Could have stayed in it up until about here. got a good 12, 13 more Ethereum dollars out of it. Okay, so if we were to go to the 1 minute, it looks like it has closed that fair value gap on one. Okay. Open interest here is saying negative. Here we're still in the positive. It looks like this could cross any time. Sorry if I'm moving it around onto you too much. Let me know. If somebody typed to me, hey, you're moving this around with me too much. There we go. All right, we just got a good push. A little bit of a backwards fall. Don't really have a break or anything here. Save us on this one. Only thing. Got 2 equal lows. You have a bearish or bullish order block. And that didn't save these. These stair steps could act as one big bullish order block. Start getting rid of some lines here. We closed in this fair value gap. That. Not for sure. Oh yeah, this was the consequent encroachment. Done with that one. Sure with. Oh yeah, that was. Also fair value gaps. Sometimes I want to leave these fair value gaps in because the algorithm recognizes them. Now here right now we got a nice little trend line going here. As long as it stays on this trend line, I think we could be going toward the right path. You know what a trend line is? 2 lines put together. That's all a trend line is. Trend lines can be anything. Don't ever trust a trend line. Cause I could do this. Go. There's a trend. But there's a trend. Alright, we are making our way back up. I'm loving this. Did just cross this liquidity that we had created. We're looking to cross more. So in the 1 minute, let's move back to the 5. got to get above this here. Yeah, this was the old liquidity point. We got a new liquidity point here. We got to beat. We're about to beat it. Touched it. All right. Got through it. Are you guys able to see everything okay? You guys able to hear me? Maybe if I type, maybe you guys will type back or something. Alright, we are finally pushing through. I am back in profit. Come on, 2030. We need, or not 30, I say 2030, 30, okay. 2030, 2130. I say we're already in the 20s. Jeez. We can get to 2130. We are in heaven. Making it there. We're about ready to cross some more liquidity. It's going to try to pull back. It wants people to think that right there is resistance. But indeed is not. That is where dumb money thinks, because look at that. Look at all those highs. All right there together. Everybody going sell, 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 sell. Yeah, sure. Sell off a little bit. I don't mind. But as soon as you sell off, it's going to turn around and come right back up. On. It's hanging around that area, making people think it's going to sell. I guarantee you. I wish I had like a what other indicators can I put in here to show how people are selling or not? Would be a DMI. Of them. Directional movement index. Okay. The blue is outweighing the rest of them, so you can see right around this area, the dumb money is selling, and the smart money is buying. If we go to settings of it, I'm not for sure exactly what all this means. ADX, here the DI. I just know that one means selling, one means buying. I think the other was overall direction, maybe. But funny thing is that the overall direction up whenever it was going down, that just shows you how many people were actually putting money in whenever it was going. Now we're all about equal. All right, come on now. Done with these games. Broke this liquidity. Now we need to break this liquidity. Is that we do have another breaker. I can probably get it in the 1 minute in case it does get lower. Not. Looks like we have a high. Sorry, a low, high, lower low. Actually, no, that's not a lower, a higher low. That's mitigation. Going red, but it's about ready to show a cross. Getting up here, letting people think they're gonna win. Selling. And again, we have mitigation down here. Don't forget. We also have a big, what I'm looking for. Fair value gap right here. Didn't get to not there yet. Oh, just touched it. Consequent encroachment. Now halfway through fair value gap, right? Go through the fair value gap. Close up the fair value gap. Here's the thing, is that we already broke another high. We're already on the right path. So just from going from that low that we were at, come up to this area, right? Has a high, breaks a high, comes down, little area here, up. Here we got another high, and then now we break another high. Until I see something that really says, hey, we're in danger. I think we're going to see more breaking of highs. I just don't see why this would be wobbly. This area right here would be. You have a high, a low, a higher high. Yeah. Color. Back down to mitigation. But closed in the gap is what it just did. But it also hit mitigation at the same time. Come on now. Hey, you're wanting to get people to sell, but I'll know the game's going up. Stacking. That was the word I was thinking. Okay, so whenever you get an MA10, or sorry, an EMA10 and EMA20, and they're both going the same direction, they start widening. That's called stacking. At least that's what I learned from institutional players. Dropping. No sense drop right now. Have an order block right here. Halfway. Not good. Come on there. Try and experiment here. Last time we had a low, right? We got this high. Where did we get to? Got to about 61. Try to pull them back up again. Got to be. Area here. here. Right. One would be discount price. What would scare me and make me jump out was if we definitely got below. I think it's gonna happen. I think we just now got to 1.8. Gonna take some time. We're gonna see. Oh. All these prices have. Here we have balance read deliver. You have a rebalance redeliver. You look to the candle before it. Candle before it was the same high. Rebalance redeliver means that whenever you have a candle, this one bigger than this candle, it's almost as if this candle was a complete gap. Almost ignore this candle. Candle right here, and then previous one, it was upward. Look to there. Stop playing around. I don't like the fact that it got to right here, jumps up, and now it's starting to move back down. That's what I don't like. Like that. Not show good positive signs. However, we are seeing did see the green here. We are seeing red almost crossing into the green. It looks like we could be seeing a momentum switch. I'm gonna get rid of this and I'm gonna add regular indicator. Good old MACD. at you. Honestly, not another good sign. Be 100% honest. Why? Because engineered more liquidity. Meaning, once it gets to that spot, people have a tendency to want to buy it. However, more than likely, smart money will try to push through. But it could be a short push through because you have the last of order block right at the same spot. Liquidity here, there's liquidity. Does seem like what the, here we go. Just crossed over. Red to the green. That's a good sign. Though it did drop. Still have the open interest on the green side. Good. Here on the MACD, it seems like the seems to be fading. Could be seeing a shift. Could be seeing a shift. That note, I will be right back. I have to use the men's room. Alright, so guys, sitting in this trade all day had to make me go get some man juice. Not man juice, but man fuel, I guess you. Alright. I did see that we did try to make a little bit of a jump up. It did try to cross the liquidity. I came back down. It dropped into a fair value gap. One that was left open whenever we went up. Dropped down past consequential encroachment. Hopefully that pushes it back up.